What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy. We got some more Doctor Who news because we got a recent interview with Ncuti Gatwa himself to go over, in which I'm starting to see that Ncuti's going both ways on this regard. You know, the series isn't going to be good. You know what's going to be happening coming up, but this interview kind of tells me that yes, in fact, it ain't gonna be good, and this is just more confirmation on that fact, because we got Ncuti Gatwa, Doctor Who star, on why he felt like an alien growing up. Yes, in this whole interview, it is basically black-splaining the whole time, focusing solely on his race and everything like that. But, you know, you get the first little tidbit, which is not too bad, and then we'll get into the rest. You know, Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor has already been seen in action when he appeared earlier this month in the final special featuring David Tennant's 14th Doctor. Yeah, you know, when they were trying to bait you the whole time. But the Christmas Day special Gatwa's first full episode, on occasion when the BBC expects millions to sit down with their families to watch and enjoy. Not so likely, considering the actual viewership of the entire series has just continuously gone down. So much so that in my other video that I've probably gone over by now, actually, I go over the viewership numbers for Ncuti Gatwa's recent escapades within the giggle. Yeah, it ain't that good. Hopefully links will be in the description. It is not surprising that the actor, who's been filming his first series for most of this year, has spent a lot of that time feeling anxious about the weight of expectation. Exactly, he says. It's a daunting taking on a role with a lot of history. Which is where my anxiety has come from, because you want to do a good job, because the show lives in people's hearts, rightfully so, because it's a magical show, and it's our show, it is a British show, it's a part of our family, and you don't want to let that family down. And so yeah, I was very nervous to keep this beloved sacred thing beloved and sacred. Yeah, that's a lot of gobbledygook. He's out there trying to, you know, pander to everybody, pander to the individuals that already love Doctor Who and will do anything to protect Doctor Who. Despite the fact that, again, he famously has come out and said that there will be an entire episode based around his very leftist liberal bubble. His own words, by the way. And the fact that he's black now. But don't forget the fact that he's black now, because that's something that they really want to focus in on. Because when you scroll down here, symbolic casting. That's right. They really want you to focus in on the fact that he's the first black Doctor. Personally, I don't give a crap that you're black. I literally do not give a crap that you're black. I just care that you're good. I don't care about this inherent trait that doesn't really matter. I don't care that you were born in Rwanda and everything and fled over here during the Civil War. I care, well, not over here, over to the UK during the Civil War. I care, are you a good actor? And by my regard right now, all I'm seeing is that you're hiding behind a social justice lens. But let's read this, shall we? More seriously, it's inevitable that this casting as the first black actor to take on the show's lead role will be seen as symbolic. Why is that? Oh, because they have to focus in on race and sexuality instead of actual acting chops and everything like that. Honestly, I think Idris Elba would be a fantastic Doctor, but you know, don't focus in on him, and he ain't gonna step down from his position anytime soon to be the Doctor. I think it means that we're here and we're not going anywhere, Gatwa says. I mean, Doctor Who is a show that kind of reflects where Britain is at, in a way, because it's so quintessentially British. It's been on our screens for so long. It's a bit of a mirror to where we are in society. And so I think it's showing that we're here and we're part of the cultural landscape, and we're not going anywhere. How many people really care that you are here? No, and before you go into this whole area of, oh, but what are you talking about? What do you mean racism? No, I mean solely, let's take this racial avenue. Are there really that many people within the UK that care that you are black? No. Legitimately, no. Nobody gives a crap that you are black. Nobody gives a crap that you are the first black actor to be the Doctor. As I just said, I outright think Idris Elba, who is a British actor and everything, would have played a fantastic doctor when at the height of its time. He's a fantastic actor himself, plenty of range and everything like that. So the fact that you are the first black doctor doesn't really say much. Nobody really cares about that factor. Okay, but you have to hide behind that factor. You have to hide behind that. And on the top of that, that is a solely American situation there. Over in the UK, they don't really think of it like this, okay? They have their own issues, you know, and people on the streets with knives and stuff like that. Stuff that I can't talk very much about here on YouTube. But what I will say is, for the most part, they don't care about race that much. They don't care about these social justice political issues the way that we do here in the States. And you bringing it over abroad just shows what our new export is racism. Let's be real. This iteration of racism where you have to hide behind the fact that you're black. But let's just commandeer this a little bit. This is what this show is going to be doing. It's going to solely focus on the fact that he's the first black doctor, and it's going to focus on the fact that he's probably also going to be the first gay doctor. So they're going to, well, second gay doctor. Let's be real here. The first black gay doctor. That's what they're going to be hiding behind. Oh my God, you don't like him because he's the first black gay doctor, besides the fact that more than likely he can't act. I've already seen a bit of his acting from The Giggle. I've seen the trailers for the upcoming special. You know, he's not a good actor. He does not have the range for the doctor himself. When he was in Sex Education, he was okay because he was a little flamboyant teen and everything like that, you know, growing up. Now that he is the doctor, he does not have the proper range to be the doctor. When it comes to the doctor, you have to have this specific type of range, this specific type of gravity that he himself does not have the ability to portray. It is very over the top and whatnot. But we continue on. Gatwa was born in Rwanda in 1992. During the country's civil war, his family fled to the UK when he was 2, and he grew up first in Edinburgh, then in Dunfermline. Get better names, UK. It's something that has helped him relate to a character who shares a sense of displacement. No, he shares essentially the thing with the doctor is he doesn't feel displaced. Okay, he feels alone. He doesn't have his people anymore. He offed his own people. He destroyed his own race and everything. He does not feel displaced. He feels alone. There's a complete difference between this, but let's see what he's saying here. Yes, I think at many times in my life, I have felt like an alien. He agrees. A kid like me growing up in Scotland, there's been many times I felt like an alien, and so I feel like I get it. It's always a joy to get a character like that in which you're able to draw on elements of your own life, your own upbringing, and deliver them through the character, because fundamentally, it just comes out more truthfully. But that's the thing, though. The doctor, like I just said, doesn't feel displaced. He feels alone in the universe. He has nobody he can truly relate with within the universe besides the master and things like that. You know, he back and forth, but not. He is the last of the Time Lords. He had to destroy his own race of people. He does not feel like he's displaced. You know, he does miss his home and everything, but he got rid of it for a specific reason. He had to do sacrifice. I don't know if if that got grabbed, so I'm just. He had to do the ultimate sacrifice, a sacrifice that not many people actually, barely anybody ever has to actually do in the real world. But you see the gravity of that portrayed within the actual Christopher Eccleston version, within the David Tennant version, within the Matt Smith version. These weigh on him, and they are what gives him character of being alone in the universe, and your human characters are what ground you to reality, is what ground you to humanity. And if without them, he goes off on this tirade where he feels like a god and everything. He becomes separated from humanity. He falls into his alien traits. These are completely different regards where you're taking it from the more racial dynamic where the doctor literally is alone in the universe. But hey, they're solely focusing in on his race, not on the fact that he can I highly doubt he will be a good doctor in the end. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, and check out coffeebrandcoffee.com. What's going on, guys? Listen, it's Christmas season coming up, and you know what makes great gifts? That's right, Coffee Brand Coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee makes wonderful gifts, and guess what? They don't just have great coffees, teas, and cocos. They also got gear, they got K-cups, and also they got wonderful gift boxes. Gift boxes that include all sorts of wonderful great goodies. You got chocolate covered coffee beans, raspberry yogurt pretzel twists, sea salt milk chocolates, caramel. You got chocolate covered coffee beans, peppermint hot cocoa, spicy and sweet treat mixes, kettle corn pop, premium vacuum travel tumblers, and all sorts of wonderful great stuff that you can get at Coffee Brand Coffee. And these make great Christmas gifts. So guys, please check out coffeebrandcoffee.com and use promo code BACKTACO at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. That's coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code BACKTACO.